Welcome to the video. Today, we're going to create a 3D bowling game using Java. This tutorial assumes you have a basic understanding of Java and 3D graphics programming. Let's get started. First, we need to set up our development environment. Make sure you have Java Development Kit, JDK, installed and a favorite IDE, such as IntelliJ IDEA or Eclipse. We'll also use a 3D graphics library. In this case, we'll use JavaFX for rendering our 3D graphics. Make sure you add JavaFX to your project dependencies. Now let's create our main class and set up the basic JavaFX application. This class will handle the initialization of our scene, camera, and primary layout. Next, we need to create our 3D objects. Let's start by creating a bowling lane. The lane will be a long cuboid. We'll also add some texture to it for realism. We will need to add the bowling pins next. A standard bowling set has 10 pins, arranged in a triangular formation. Let's create a method to generate these pins. Now that we have our lane and pins, we can add them to our scene. Be sure to call our create bowling lane and create bowling pins methods in the start method. Let's set up the camera. The camera will enhance the 3D perception. The camera should be positioned behind the bowler to simulate their perspective. Next, we'll set our camera in the scene to give us the correct viewing perspective. Now we will create a bowler. We can represent the bowler with a simple sphere or any other 3D shape. Let's implement this feature. We need to add the bowler to our scene as well. Next, we need to implement the basic physics for bowling. We can use basic linear motion for the bowling ball and pins. Let's create the motion logic for the bowling ball. We will attach event listeners to the keyboard to make the bowler slide the ball down the lane. Let's capture the input and create a key press event. Now, let's implement the logic for bowl ball's movement. The next step is collision detection. We will need to detect when the bowling ball hits the pins. We can achieve this through bounding box collision detection. To make our game more interactive, we want to keep track of scores. We'll maintain a score counter to reflect how many pins have been knocked down. Next, we will display the score on the screen. This will involve creating a text object for our score. We need to update the score text in response to pin collisions. Now for a bit of polish. Let's add sounds to enhance the gameplay experience when the ball is rolled and when the pins are struck down. After refining our gameplay mechanics, let's add a game reset feature. This will allow players to start a new game after completing a round. Finally, let's wrap everything up with an end screen that will show the final score and allow the player to restart the game. We have successfully created a basic 3D bowling game in Java. You can always expand this game by adding more features, such as different types of bowling balls, multiplayer options, and advanced graphics using shaders. Feel free to check the code in the description below. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share if you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.